ready for school and engaging in learning. Thank you, sir.
Gareth Hughes.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Kia ora, ngā mihi nui, kia koutou, kia ora. I mean, just after that member's contribution, the government talks of targets. They talk of targets with deadlines a couple of elections down the line. At least it wasn't as bad as their climate change targets, which aren't until 2050. But, Mr Speaker, I'm not here to talk about climate change. I'm here to talk about the government's failure to protect our lands and our oceans. The Green Party this week revealed that the government's been funding an aeromagnetic survey over to Waipunamu, southwest coast New Zealand, World Heritage listed site. We're talking about Mount Cook, Mount Aspiring, Fiordland. We heard from the Prime Minister yesterday. He made the pledge to New Zealand, I can give you an assurance there will be no mining on World Heritage sites. The government says, well look, we're just there to take a bit of a look. But saying he's just there for a look is like asking a kid to count some lollies without asking him to eat them. It's like going to the doctor for a headache and getting a CAT scan. Mr Speaker, it's like breaking and entering and saying you were just going to have a look to see what was inside the house. We know the plan is to have a look, then try and get access to those minerals. But Kiwis won't have a bar of it. Kiwis love their environment. They want to protect it. And what the government has to do now, if they're going to make this pledge, is put those World Heritage listed areas into Schedule 4, which we did see the government admirably back down in the face of massive public support of Kiwis who want to protect the environment they love. But we shouldn't stop there though. We should also add those World Heritage listed recommended sites. Take the Kermadec, an island chain just north of New Zealand. This is something which DOC has made a priority candidate for World Heritage listing sites. I can't believe this government isn't acting and protecting it in a marine reserve. It would be the second largest in the world. The government could actually look like good guys on the environment for just once in their term. So the government should be also including those World Heritage listed recommended sites. But what the government has instead is a permit for mining of the hydrothermal vents in this area by the Kermadec, which in fact is what's called a benthic protected area, developed in 2008 by the then Labour government. These benthic protected areas, BPAs, prohibit bottom trawling and dredging, but under the benthic protected area regime set up by Labour, it would be quite possible to literally strip mine these hydrothermal vents. You know, the black smokers at the bottom of the ocean, only discovered worldwide in 1977, yet companies are trying to strip mine to get the metals at the bottom of the ocean. It shows how weak our World Heritage listed sites is if the government's going to do aromatic surveys, shows how weak our benthic protected sites are if you can mine the hydrothermal vents. But then take the Chathams, the Chatham Rise. Chatham Phosphate has a permit given by this government in 2010 to be mining in 80% of the benthic protected area. What they do is basically have a dredge to suck up the seafloor, take out the phosphate and shoot all the stuff back. This week the Green Party also revealed that the government's given this permit for this company to do this prospecting. Now, Mr Speaker, a benthic protected area is meant to prohibit dredging. Now, what this company in their own literature describes is dredging the seafloor. So I think it's illegal. I think it highlights the sham sanctuary nature of these benthic protected areas if the government's going to allow it. But worse than that, the Green Party this week has also revealed that this government has given 10 permits for oil, gas and mining off the coast of New Zealand in marine mammal sanctuaries. So these sanctuaries were created to protect our endangered Maoris, Hector's dolphins, the New Zealand sea lion, but this government says it's okay to be mining for oil, gas or minerals in 10 of these areas. It's simply outrageous. Mr Speaker, these marine mammal sanctuaries are simply a sham if we're going to allow these rigs and mines to go ahead. These animals like the Maoris dolphins, there's only 55 left, they're on the cusp of extinction, yet the government's sitting on their hands, not protecting them as they should be. And this is part of our valuable clean green brand in New Zealand. If we're going to see species go extinct, if we're not going to act on marine reserves, if we're going to allow these sham marine mammal sanctuaries, these sham benthic protected areas, these World Heritage sites which will just have a look and then mine down the line, Mr Speaker, it is going to be damaging to that clean green brand. Estimated over $20 billion for our gross domestic product. This is the way forward for our economy. This is how we leverage high value products where New Zealanders actually earn more from our products in those high value markets. We're on a race to nowhere if we're trying to compete with other producers simply on a commodities basis, simply to try and see who can trash their environment faster than other countries. We need real protection.
Paul Goldsmith.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. And I guess before I start